Hi, it's me. In the new episode of a series, meet the apex predators of prehistoric times. At the Milwaukee Public Museum, we have an actual dinosaur, a real dinosaur fossil right here in our lobby. This guy was about 40 feet long, 13 feet tall, and it weighed about 9,000 pounds. And it was about 115 feet long, 40 feet tall, and it weighed about 100,000 pounds. The Megalodon was about 50 feet long, 20 feet tall, and it weighed about 60,000 pounds. Do you want to see more? Come to the museum and check out the dinosaur exhibit. You can see the full-size replica of a dinosaur, a triceratops, and learn all about these amazing creatures. We also have a fossil of a mastodon, a woolly mammoth from 10,000 years ago. And don't forget to check out the temporary exhibit, Dinosaurs of the North, where you can learn all about the dinosaurs that lived in Alaska. You can see dinosaur bones, real dinosaur bones from Alaska. You can also dig for fossils in our fossil dig pit and more. So come to the museum and experience these amazing prehistoric creatures. You won't regret it. That's about the size of 15 school buses. And it had huge serrated teeth that it used to slice through the flesh of its prey. And even though the Megalodon was only around for about 20 million years, it managed to evolve from a tiny 2-foot ancestor to the largest shark that ever lived. And it wasn't just big, it was also really scary. That's like the size of 4 school buses. And it was so massive that it literally had no predators. There was nothing in its environment that would try to eat an Argentinosaurus. So it was truly the king of the dinosaurs. That's like the size of a school bus. And it had huge sharp teeth that it used to chomp down on its prey. And of course, its most famous feature, those giant arms. Now, some people say that those arms are just too small. They don't make any sense. But those arms were actually really useful for the T-Rex. See, when a T-Rex walked, it didn't walk like this. It actually walked like this, stomping those little arms on the ground to help propel itself forward. And those arms were also really useful for getting up on its hind legs and shaking its booty. But like I said before, the T-Rex was only about 40 feet long. But when it comes to the largest animals that ever lived on land, nothing beats the Argentinosaurus. It's a triceratops. So the triceratops is one of the most famous dinosaurs of all time. But what made it such an effective, such an efficient killing machine? Well, first of all, its size. It was about 30 feet long, 10 feet tall, and it weighed about 12,000 pounds. So that's like the size of a small house. And it had 3 horns on its head, one in the middle and one on each side, which it could use to slash and stab at its prey. And of course, it had a huge, powerful tail that could smash anything that got in its way. But despite all that power, the Triceratops was actually a herbivore. It ate plants. The reason why it evolved to be so big and strong was because there were other meat-eating dinosaurs, like the T-Rex, that were trying to eat it. So over millions of years, the Triceratops evolved to be bigger and stronger than the T-Rex. Now, speaking of T-Rexes, this is one of our favorite fossils. It's a Tyrannosaurus. This is a replica of an Argentinosaurus. The original fossil was found in Argentina, hence the name. But what about in the water? Was there a bigger, meaner, more ferocious aquatic animal? Well, yeah, there was the Megalodon. So those are just a few of the biggest, baddest prehistoric beasts that ever roamed the earth or swam in the seas.